Super professional intro with no music so I don't get copyright struck. Struck. Yeah! Hello there, my name is Wimp and welcome to the refit of the old open cockpit utility hover vehicle 10 HoverTrike. I've brought it in, it is in front of me here. This is the old vehicle. As with all of these old OC UHV vehicles, they were all made before the game was fully released. So it's a sort of general purpose vehicle, and the new one is going to be the same. Now, it was built before there was any kind of CPU thing, so it is over, and it's sort of as it is within Tier 2, but it has two constructors, which the new one won't. So, yeah. Now, this one was sort of based on the old speeder. Now, I've since refitted the speeder, and the new one looks like this. So I'm very curious to see what the new trike is going to look like. Because the front end here was the front end of the speeder, this, except made 3 blocks tall instead of only 2 blocks, and 5 blocks long instead of only 4. And of course, I'm not going to go with the round shapes, I'm going to go with these angle shapes for the update, for the refit. The turret on the back, you may or may not have heard me say in other videos, depends on how many of my other videos you have watched. A civilian vehicle, in my building rules, has a retractable turret, rather than turrets that are always on display. Now, I don't want this back pod to be more than 3 blocks wide, and a retractable turret is 3 blocks wide, so I think the top is going to be a bit meh. But I really don't want a 5 block wide back pod, because I think it would make it less for trike and too much of a variant of the speeder here. So I'll have to see how that works out. Right, so as is the new norm, I've already got my little starter arrow out so that I know which way is forwards, and I've already got all the devices sorted that I think are going to be on this. So I'm going to start placing them and see how we figure out. I mean, I'm not too worried that we're going to be going over a Tier 2 CPU, because even that one isn't, and there was no such thing as CPU when I built it. So, there's the extender. That original one has 2 of these, but I suspect that one will be fine, based on the fact that all of these pretty much has a small. Does any of these have a large? No, I think they're all small, aren't they? Yep, each and every one. I even think the defenders are a small generator as well. So it's probably going to have 3 of these normal sized fuel tanks. Thruster wise, so I think I'm going to have 1 medium in the back of each pod. See, these are pods as well. So there will be 3 driving it forwards. I'm going to replace these 2 small ones in the front with mediums. Excuse me, I've just finished eating dinner. So, and and then I think so the front is going to be rearranged a little bit, but I think I might want 2 smalls as well for braking, and then like the original there will be 4 sideways and yawing. Oh, okay. Right, so hopefully that'll be it. Now, hover engines. The original has 6, 2 in each pod. I think I'm going to try to get away with just 3, but I'm not entirely convinced that I can. So I'm going to allocate 6 and try to get away with 3. Now, I don't think this is going to be particularly heavy, so 3 might be enough, but in case it's not, at least there's more there if I need. Obviously, a seat for driving. Right, let me get the next lot of stuff out. Right then, armament and main storage then. So, the original has 2 Gatlings on the top of the front pods. Now, because I want this new version to have a harvest module, and I think the harvest module is going to be at the bottom, I'm going to move the drill modules that are here up to the top. And then I think I'm going to move 1 Gatling gun into the middle and only have 1 on the vehicle, on the new version. So there's its 1. There's its 2 drills. So the idea of this is, it's sort of... I mean, I can't really say it's Explorer because the term general purpose Explorer makes no sense. If it's general purpose, but it's an Explorer, well, exploring is a purpose. So it's like, yeah, they don't mesh, do they? So, but the idea is that you kind of take that vehicle out to scout and explore, and when you come across things that you might want to interact with, you've got the equipment on board to do so. Now, the one thing I'm leaving off this is a... oh, what do they call it? The tool turret that salvages and repairs, because there will be salvaging and repair vehicles coming later on. One of them is actually a variant of the digger, but because of how those tool turrets work, that's the only thing those vehicles do. They have a tool turret. So to have like a general purpose or a multi-role vehicle that also has them on kind of takes a little bit away from those specialized vehicles, whereas putting 2 drills on a multi-purpose vehicle, general purpose, sorry, doesn't take anything away from an actual mining vehicle, because the miners typically will have lots of drills, is the plan. Aye, so there's that, and the retractable turret can go... Why are you standing? Oh yeah, okay. Do you know what? I think I'm going to put that up there. Right, ammo box. Now, I think that's going to be enough. I think. Yeah, I mean, it should be, shouldn't it? Yeah, actually, hang on, give me a second. I'm going to move that there, because this is an ore and wood, and I think I'm going to try to make it 8 extensions. I'm not sure how I'm going to fit that, but I will try. It's possible, based on how this is kind of laid out, it might need to be maybe 2 4s or something. But well, I'll see. I'll see how it goes. Right, I'm going to get the next lot of stuff out. Right then, as for the onboard equipment, it will have a fridge like the original. You can just see it there in front of the turret. That one also has an O2 station, and even though it's open topped, I think I will put one on just in case. As I've said with other vehicles, you're in an atmosphere that isn't breathable, but other than that it's still fairly hospitable, so you're not getting roasted alive or radiationed. That's obviously going to need a tank. I would like a armor locker and 1 constructor, so that you can, for example, refine the ores you dig up while you're out and about. And then there will of course be a Wi-Fi and a detector. Okay, next lot, I think it's just the usual stuff now. The lights and the docking pads. Now, as you can see in my pocket there, I also have a medic station and an RCS ready. I don't think I'm going to be able to get a medic station on. I would like to if I can, but based on the design, I don't think it's going to be possible. But I've got one there just in case I find space. I doubt it's going to need an RCS, but just in case it does, I've got them there as well. Right. 2 headlights, as usual. The original only had 1 tail light, probably going to do the same. I might have, like other vehicles, 2 little lights on the outside just to light up the ground. Ooh, yeah, 3 docking pads. And a partridge in a pear tree. 2 jump boosters, like the original. That should be it. Now, based on the CPU of the original, this should be nowhere near. Yes, I mean, it's still enough to not take away that extension, the Tier 2 CPU extension, but it's not massively over, is it? Aye, so there we go. That's what's planning to be on it. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to start throwing blocks around to make a start while I'm starting, and I'll start. Say start again, Wimp. No, I'm not going to do that joke, or am I? Am I going to do that joke? So I'll bring you back in a minute. Start. I'm so funny. I should be a comedian. Not. Oh yes, I forgot to say that this one is going to be built out of steel like the original, just for that extra little bit of hit points. Yep. Quick addendum, I forgot that. Right then, new one is built-ed. Yes. So, yeah, again, like the speeder, it's amazing how different it feels when you use the angled blocks rather than the rounded blocks. Yes, so, yeah, single Gatling in the middle there. The 2... Can I extend the ones on here? Needs more fuel. Cool, so that does everything. Yeah, so drills have moved up to the top. 1 Gatling in the middle. And then these little rounded bits I've obviously replaced with headlights. Although there is maybe headlight option there. No, I'm not sure it would work quite as good. Yeah, I don't think I like that harvest module being in the middle like that, because it kind of ruins the whole... It's got 3 pods and that's why it's called a trike kind of look. But it's a general purpose vehicle that needs to be used for as many purposes as possible, other than the salvage as I explained earlier. So I think it needs it. It needs that module. Yeah, I mean it's okay. As I suspected, that turret being retractable does ruin the rear pod, but what can you do? Oh yeah, and I originally had 1 armor locker where this cargo box was, but obviously the window would have looked weird because the armor locker is only half a block tall, so it would have been floating. So there were half blocks here, just like this, and I thought, 2 armor lockers that you stand on? I mean, I know it's a little unorthodox, but stuff it. Yeah, I'm not too happy about these front docking pads, but there isn't really anywhere else for them to go. I don't like covering up the hover engines. I mean, I suppose the vehicle would work fine with the hover pad, the docking pads over the hover engines, but I did originally have them on the side here, and I had a funky shape that looked like it was supposed to hold them on, but that didn't look right either. And obviously these container extensions, they used to be just blocks, but I figured since they're exposed here, I might as well expose them here. At least it gives it a bit more storage. Both of these ore and woods are 1080, which is pretty cool, I suppose. Right, so I'm going to take it down onto the planet for a test drive. I will see you there. Right, here we are. I also forgot to show you the CPU. It's fine. I got an RCS on it, which filled in a gap that was underneath that fridge. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I wanted a extra small fuel tank, because there are there's one small fuel tank and it's over on this side. On the other side in its place is the O2 tank for that O2 station. So stats wise, acceleration of 33 meters per second is squared. Yaw of 49 degrees per second. It's pretty good. Yes. I think I'll turn pilot mode on. Okay. It's alright actually, it's alright. Yes, I think I'm okay with that. Cool. There we go then. So, time to paint it then, because I don't think there's anything else I need to change. Oh yeah, I do often get rid of what's in my inventory before I do a test drive. I don't think in creative that it takes all of this weight into account. I hope not. Do you know what? I'm just going to get rid of it all and see. Oh yeah, I didn't get a medic station on it in the end. I'm sure you saw actually, but there wasn't really any place. Right, I'm going to get rid of all this stuff and give it another quick drive. I don't think it makes any difference. Okay. I'm not sure actually. It does feel a bit nippier. Don't know why. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it does take it into account. Lift. It doesn't really say, does it? Because it's hover engines rather than thrusters. Oh, I did get 6 hover engines on it. I decided to just copy the original like that. I'm okay with it, to be honest, having 6. Even if it doesn't need them, I think it's alright. Right, yeah, there we go then. Test over. I'll see you when I finish painting. Welcome back. I have a small confession to make. It's finished. So normally, I do the painting and then I say, it's painted, now I'm going to do the devices and device groups and signals and stuff. And then I do that and then I come back again and say it's finished, and then that's the end of the video. So when I finished painting it last night, it was too late to record. So I decided to just carry on and finish it. So it's finished. Now, I'm not entirely sure I like that, but I kind of want to leave the container extensions with one of the container extension specific texture, so that you know that that's what they are. And I typically use the default texture for the ore and wood container controllers. So the thing is, if you don't like it, it's not too much for hassle just to do that. So I'm not too fussed with it. Yeah, so that's it. Right, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and you enjoy the vehicle. if I don't see you in the other video for this vehicle, I hope to see you in a video for a different vehicle. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Super professional outro! Just to give you time really to remove this video from your watch later list or something.